Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of your OGR. As the Edmonton Oilers once again disappoint us once again. I really have no words to come into this game 27 video that we're gonna have to make as the Oilers lose to the Toronto Maple Leafs, and we take a big whopping 5-1 loss in a game where I felt like we played pretty well. I thought the Oilers didn't play a terrible game. I thought we were playing pretty fast. We were generating some offense. Jack Campbell stood tall, and we missed on a lot of chances that we should have thrown in the back of the net. There was at least two chances that Draisaitl could have thrown in the back of the net, but missed both times. It was just a really rough night. Once again, just a lot of bad luck we're once again seeing. Not just that, we've been seeing really bad, poor defensive work. We've seen Keith and CC get back in the lineup, and wow, what a horrible defensive pairing that is. And man, I don't know why Edmonton is so excited. And all these fans were like, oh, Keith is back in the lineup, guys. We're going to be, winning this game because Keith is back in the lineup. Oh, yeah, like Keith is going to fucking change everything for us. The 38-year-old bum who, is going to be a miracle worker. Yeah, right. He looked like, an old bum out there. He didn't do very much. They were our top pair throughout the night, and it was one of our worst pairs throughout the entire night. They allowed 2 goals against on that line, and both of the times they were to blame. They played very bad defensively, not very good, and they were just horrible throughout the night. We shouldn't have been, this bad. We didn't allow that many shots. I thought, there was some times where we were playing pretty well defensively, especially Nurse and Bouchard, one of our top pairs throughout the entire night. They played all right. But I don't know why. They weren't playing them more than what CC and Keith were, and they were overplayed, to say the least. They were very much overplayed. So let's get into reviewing the game, though, instead of complaining about how bad the Oilers' defense is. There's a few people in the chat before we kind of talk about it. John in the chat said Dave Tippett needs to go, which I completely agree with that. I think Dave Tippett is a guy that, he does not fit in the scheme of this team. And Gulletson did coach this team, but I think the whole coaching staff is a big reason why in this losing streak. Like, we should not be losing 6 games in a row right now. Plain and simple, we should not be this bad, and we should be a lot better than what we are right now. Barry was bad tonight. I definitely do agree with you. And Toronto goalie is like the best in the league right now. Yes, he totally is, and Jack Campbell absolutely stole the show. He was absolutely amazing throughout the entire night. Moving forward, though, Austin Matthews, gets everything started for the first period within like 30 seconds remaining in the first period. And once again, the Oilers lit in the first goal of the game. Isn't that amazing? Can we give a round of applause to how great the Oilers defense is? Let's give a round of applause for how horrible and how garbage we are, man. I want to get angry. I physically want to punch something in the mouth or just break something because how frustrating this team really is right now. It's so frustrating to watch this team allow the first goal in every single game and just see all the momentum just being sucked right out of our souls is just absolutely horrible. It's embarrassing to see this team lose over and over and over again and allow the first goal over and over and over again. It just blows my mind, dude. We were playing so well in the first period, but yet we allow the first goal in the game. Like, that is just not needed for the Edmonton Oilers right now. And we cannot be doing that. It was a rough penalty also by Draisaitl. Kind of gave him, a little bit of a face wash. I think it was Dermott who kind of held him up. And then going in the second period, Wayne Simmonds scored his 4th goal of the season, which was a really nice goal. A lot of people were saying it was goalie interference, but it really wasn't. He was just carrying a lot of momentum, made a nice move on Koskinen, and Koskinen was never going to make that save. He was just never was. And then TJ Brody, I think this was a point shot as he got his first goal of the season to put up the Toronto Maple Leafs 3-0 in the second period. And once again, another period where I thought the Oilers played all right. We were, gaining some momentum. We were seeing a lot of offensive chances, a few misses of the net, which I wish they just win in the net. But, it was an unfortunate tip off of McDavid's stick who threw that one in the back of the net. You can't even really blame Koskinen on that one either. And then Scrivio gets his first goal of the season for the Edmonton Oilers as he finally buries one, which he worked hard to get that one run in the back of the net. And, gave us some hope. And then, the next few minutes later, Morgan Rielly scored one again, beating Nebas Koskinen, and a wonderful snipe by Austin Matthews, which I don't think any goalie in the league is going to save that one from on Austin Matthews as he gets his 20th goal of the season already. He has just been a madman, and he picked us apart. Pure and simple, this was a game where, we should have won. Pure and simple. We should have won this game. We were generating a lot of momentum. I thought we were the better team throughout the entire night, but just luck wasn't on our side, and bad defense again. We can, play great offensively, but then once we get on to the defensive side of things, we just can't play defense. And it's a fucking joke for me to talk about that over and over and over and over again, that I have to talk about this garbage-ass defense and this garbage-ass bottom six. Like, how can Oilers fans be all right with this team right now? You Oilers fans out there, how can you be all right with this team right now? This is a public service announcement for every fucking Oilers fan out there. How are you all right with this team right now? Because the team that I'm watching is not a playoff contending team. This is not a Stanley Cup winning team. This is a fucking embarrassment from what we're seeing. This is a team that has been in a long time coming that should be good by now, especially with McDavid playing, his 8th season in the NHL now. We should be seeing a lot of a better performance from this entire team, and we should be seeing a better team. But yet our bottom six is complete ass. It's like 24.3% on our goal share between our goals for and our goals against. We're allowing more goals on our depth than we're scoring goals. That is a joke. We should not be doing that bad depth-wise. Like, we gotta clean offense again, and I hate to say that because I don't want to. But what we've been seeing from Tippett and Holland, and what Holland did this offseason was a complete joke, because he made a complete travesty of a pair between Keith and Ceci, who seem that they can't play fucking defense alongside of each other, and they're absolutely horrid. They are horrid defensively, and we've seen that tonight. They were horrible. Nurse and Bouchard were the only good defensive pairing throughout the night, and even then they didn't have the strongest defensive night in the world. Niemelainen, for some reason, is also still in the lineup, and which absolutely blows my mind for him being in the lineup. I know Russell and Kuku are out of the lineup, but Niemelainen playing right now is just, no, it's not good. And they're not a good defensive pairing between Barrie and Niemelainen, and all he does is fucking hit. Offensively, McDavid, Foegele, Puljujarvi, I thought that line was pretty good. They were generating a good amount of opportunities, just wasn't able to pot anything in the back of the net. Nuge, Draisaitl, and Yamamoto, they just looked dead again. They were generating some opportunities, but once again, they're not finding that right flow between each other. And another player I was talking about, Perlo, in the stream tonight, was that Kailer Yamamoto looks so, such a different player. He's not bringing that great offensive side. He's been playing more defensively than anything, and he's just playing a completely different game. And, I just want to see more offense from Yamamoto. That's the biggest thing I want to see from him, is more offense from Yamo. And I want to see him bring back that great offensive game that he once had in the first and even during a little bit of the second year. The depth has just been, it was all right tonight. Scrivio, Ryan, and Cassie, and I thought they were pretty good throughout the night and played really well. I thought they did a bang-up job, and fourth line was just throughout the night. It was just Wouldn't say Yamamoto's horrible. He's just not producing anything. He's not getting anything in the back of the net. He's changed his game. I don't know whether or not it's Tippett or what it may be, but there's a change in Yamamoto's game that just does not look very impressible. But same thing that I've been praising about in the last 3 games. Fire Tippett. He does not deserve to be a head coach, and I know that Gulutzan coached the team, but fire the whole fucking coaching staff, for crying out loud. This team is just horrible. Simply horrible, and I've been talking about firing Tippett since the beginning of this year. Because this team is just really not looking good this year, man. It has just been massively disappointing. And yeah, Kyle Turris was bad tonight. I totally agree with you on that. But for now, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. This was a lot of fun. And thank you very much for tuning into the OGR. Thank you very much for watching, guys, as I'm going to end the video here as well. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Adios. amigos.